All right, another vantage point from the dome here. Very top. Parking area is literally straight down there. These beautiful views. They made their own Ocotillo here with into the sun today, but we're gonna go do a nice 5.5, probably closer to 6. They're doing some major work up here, new parking lots. So we're going to go up, I forgot the name of the trail. I'll put it up on the screen, of course. But it looks like it goes down to the right here, all the way up across the top of that ridge there. I believe it goes up to that top part on the left there, the farthest peak there. That's for today. Siri, begin outdoor walk. Siri. Okay, today's hike is going to take us along to the, I believe it's Tanque Verde Peak. It showed 8,000 and it might be snowy there, so this is the first video, or the starting video here. We're in Saguaro National Park, working our way. It's early. Let's see, it's 9:15 a.m. for me. We'll see how this day turns out. I'm ready for a nice long hike. Need one. Look at these beautiful views. I'll just pause here. There's an Air Force Base right down the hill there. Davis Mountain. Hello, future self. We are in Tucson, Arizona, United States. Going to start off on the Tanque Verde Ridge Trail to the Tanque Verde Dome. And let's see, it's about 5.5 miles. Once you get to the top, it's 360 views, amazing views of the Tucson Basin and surrounding mountain range. Beautiful. It's a good day. Yeah, a little bit of wind, but not so bad. It's about a 1,500-foot elevation gain. Starts off at the Javelin picnic area. As soon as you go through the national park, east entrance, turn right. It's a two-way street on the right. If you go left, it turns into a one-way, so stay right. And you'll make your way to the picnic area, Javelina. I wish I had seen a Javelina. I need to put that in the video. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a fee into the park. Tanque Verde, curious, means green tank. Basically, it's a, let's see, it's a water, the tank served as a critical water source for livestock and travelers in an arid Tanque Valley, which is to the south of the dome and the ridge. That's the Tanque Valley. Let's see. The word tank in the southwest often referred to as natural rock basins or man-made cattle ponds that collected water. Oh, huh. At the top, there's a bundle of wires and poles. Basically, it's a conservation corps or perhaps volunteers just picking up old phone lines that used to run along the ridge up to the top. I guess there used to be a manning camp around the 8,000-foot level from the Park Service. So there's a lot of extra wire and poles laying around. So they've been gathering them up at the top. One looks like a Ocotillo plant, as I use my imagination. Again, the Conservation Corps, National Park Service collecting. So just leave things alone up there when you're there. Geology of the dome. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I'll just pause it here, or you can pause it right here to read up on it. Okay. The Ocotillo cactus is going to be the reference today, or the highlight today as we walk through, because I saw a big Ocotillo patch, I guess I'll call it, that looked nice. I bet it would be nice when it's in bloom in a couple months, or when they start to leaf in a couple months. Leaf in a couple months. Anyway, it's not a cactus. I thought it was, but it's not. It's a semi-succulent plant, more closely related to a tea plant and blueberry plant. Isn't that crazy? And let me see here. Yep. Okay. So there's the those would be the blooms, close up of the bloom. That is so cool. This one here is nice as well, of course. And at the end of the video, there's a photographer that took a cool video of Ocotillo and the Milky Way. Very drought resistant plant. March and June is when they start to come out. Okay, Ocotillo means little torch. So if you look at this to the right here, you see this? Yeah, look like torches, like flickering flames at the top. Enjoy the hike. Okay, 1 mile. 1 mile mark. That's looking southeast, south. Tucson coming up in the center. That would be west. And the national park is right out there as well. And that mountain range, I believe the one on the right there. Gonna walk past the sentinels here. They're guarding the pathway in. These giant sentinels. Kind of like giant sequoias, right? Let's see if this works. Okay, mile 2. That's looking, I guess it would be southwest, maybe more west that way. Tucson City Center straight ahead. To the right, I guess, would be Mount Lemmon area, or Lyman. Limon. This is a big patch of Ocotillos here. Local hikers said that they usually don't bloom this time of year, and they are. And I believe that's the dome we're heading to. Not sure yet. Just following the trail at the moment. Okay, looks like we're making it up to the crossroads here. There's we're gonna go over to our right, but this is that was a pretty steady incline all the way up. Look at this guy. Cool looking. That was looking east, south. We're gonna go up to the dome here. It's called the Dome. All right, here we are at the top. Windy today. It was forecasted that it would be windy. Looking out over the Tucson Valley. Man, they're expanding this city, boy. Huge interchange directly straight ahead. The bottom, new housing development on the left there. It's nuts. City of Tucson, of course. And Mount Lemmon area, I guess. Interesting here. Looks like there's something being built. They made their own Ocotillo here with these posts. I wonder what they used them for in the past. Maybe I'll do a quick research and they'll tell us. These are these fence posts right here. Maybe it'll mark the summit, right? I wonder what's underneath there. All right, we're gonna walk over to that little area right there. All right, another vantage point from the dome here. Very top. Parking area is literally straight down there. Just kind of looking, panning to the right here is the national park. A lot of Saguaro cactus, just, it's a nice big forest being protected. So the city doesn't encroach on the area, because it's coming, boy. This city's growing. I'm working a zoomed in clip here. And you can tell that's the mothball, the Davis moth area, where the airplane storage place. They mothball the airplanes, little military, civilian, similar to the Mojave Desert ones in California. Air Force Base is right there as well, downtown. West Side National Park is right there as well. I think that's sounds military. Working its way down into Tucson. right, here's a nighttime video with the Milky Way slowly moving across from Kevin Key Photography. Again, these are Creative Commons areas from YouTube, and the little torch as it sits in the night sky.